Second part of our quick catch-up videos on Silk TV. So Smoky Pool on the Sinnis train 125 Euro 5 model. This is just the quick catch-up as promised. What to do for your oil and filter change. Simple task, but it's worthwhile just reminding everyone, and you know, good to keep an eye on. It's the lifeblood of your engine. Okay, so as we know, the service light will come on these bikes for about 5 minutes and then disappears very quickly, but that's telling you time to give the old girl a bit of love. So all you need really for this is your 17mm socket, which undoes your drain plug underneath. So you can see that I've connected that there. So there's your drain plug, and we're going to be taking the oil filter cover off. So we're loosening that off at the same time. We've got a new oil filter, and as well I'm now changing the oil filter seal every 3 services. So on every 3 services I put a new seal on. They seem to be pretty good. I think most people are reusing them, but again, best practice. I think it's worthwhile doing it for an extra penny or two. Keeps the bike in good condition. After we finish this as well, we're going to be going around. We've given it a good blast off and a clean, and now we're into the summer. We're just going to go around and touch up some of the paint marks and check everything's cleaned and lubricated nicely. You know, we've done the air filter, the spark plug, we've checked the valves, we've new chain and sprockets, so everything like that. The new front brake pads, as you've seen. So I'm pretty confident we've got a nice reliable bike, and I think, to be fair, for the number of years we've had it and the number of miles we've done now, used every day, I think it's pretty good. Also, out of interest, you may see we fitted the new Kenda tyres, which come in at the 120/80/17, and the, on the front you can see the 100/80/17, so original spec fitment tyres. They're road biased, very good value, and they seem to actually really work well on the bike. They improve the handling quite nicely, good road grip too. So that's another thing of interest. So let's crack on and get this oil drained. So loosen him off. See if I can do my normal trick and drop the bolt into the oil drain. Nope, we're good. Okay, let that drain. And there we can see there's our magnetic sump plug. That's not looking too nasty. Let's get a rag. Let's have a look to see what we've got there. No nasty big particles. No, very good. So there we go. While that's draining, we'll give that a clean. Check the crush washer. Should really change that, but I haven't got one today, so it looks okay. Okay, now we will use the 8mm. Take the oil filter cover off. I'll give these a clean again with our brass brush and a little bit of copper slip on replacement. Okay, always remember as well, when you're doing this, that this only does go on the one way, and you've got the 2 dowel pins, so always watch for those locating pins. Okay, as you can see, actually I'm glad I got a new O-ring this time. That one is getting a bit tired, so that's good news. There's our little oil filter. Pop him out. again, can only go in one way. You can see you've got a blanked hole that side, open hole that side. The open hole goes to the outside, won't go onto the inside. Okay, so the hand rag. That's it, you've got your hand on it, that's it, that. So use a cleaning wipe. You're never going to get every bit of oil. You'll be looking at cleaning out the whole of the inside of the engine. Okay, we've got a nice new oil seal there. We get rid of the old one. There we go. Nice new one. Bit of oil that'll hold it in place. With this bike, don't worry about preloading the oil filter. It's not an issue, not a problem. Just pop him in, remember, hole outwards. And remember as well, like we were talking about, it will only go in the one way, and that makes sure that the oil feed is the correct way round. So pop him on. Actually, they don't look too bad. I'm just going to drip a bit of oil on them. Putting them back in. That will stop anything nasty going on. Just tweak him up. And the oil seal, the O-ring we've just replaced, is what's actually doing the sealing work, not how tight those bolts are. They're only 8mm head, 5mm thread, so just tighten them evenly, just to a tweak, and there we go, that's it, job done. So we've got our oil and filter out, give it a wipe. We check for leaks when we put the new oil in. We clean the sump plug, everything's out. Just going to clean the bottom of the engine where the sump plug goes in and replace. Again, you don't need to hoof the hell out of it. Oops. Okay, make sure you've got a good fitment on there, and then tweak him onto the aluminium washer, crush washer, give him a wipe. A bit better to see if there's any drips or anything once we put the new oil in. Right, the book on these states to fit 1.1 litre of oil. I've not worked that out for the life of me yet, as it seems to be a litre on the dipstick, but it says 1.1, so we go for 1.1. I put 500ml in first. There we go. There's our first 500. First 500ml. first 500. There's our 600. Good quality, 1040 semi-synthetic. I've used liquid moly on this from new. I'm happy with that. Seems to be good value for money and a good oil. First 500. There's 600. Good quality, 1040 semi-synthetic. I've used liquid moly on this from new. I'm happy with that. Seems to be good value for money and a good oil. There we go, 1.1 litres. Give the engine a run for a second. Get the key. Quick level check. clean off your hatched area, pop them in. And we're just a little bit low. I'll just top a tiny bit more up. I won't be brave. It's about 1/4 of a litre, I think, for those marks. Mind you, being a little bit pedantic, because this is our bite. And there we go, spot on. Okay, well, there you go, a quick refresher for you on, in my last video, the front brake pads. We've talked about the universal fitment rear sprocket, and I've done a quick refresher for you on oil and filter. So I hope they're helpful. We're going to give the bike a clean now and take it for a ride. Bye for now on Smoky Paul. Say like, subscribe, do what you like. You know, have fish and chips for tea. Who cares? Cheers.